Hello everyone, welcome back again. In the marble corridors of the Etihad, whispers of revolution have begun to echo louder than ever. Manchester City, the reigning giants of English football, find themselves at a critical juncture. A summer of transition, recalibration, and renewed hunger. And at the center of this turbulent transformation lies an ambitious plan involving two midfielders at vastly different crossroads, Morgan Gibbs-White and Matheus Nunes. According to an exclusive from The Sun, Pep Guardiola, the master strategist of modern football, is preparing a sensational £100 million move for Nottingham Forest's talismanic playmaker, Morgan Gibbs-White. The twist? The deal could be sweetened by including Matheus Nunes as a make-weight, potentially reducing the financial load and simultaneously clearing the decks for new talent. But why Gibbs-White? Why now? And what does this mean for Jack Grealish, the £100 million man whose dream move to City has for now turned bitter? Grealish's decline. From hero to outcast. Jack Grealish arrived at Manchester City as the darling of English football. A record-breaking £100 million transfer from Aston Villa turned him into the most expensive British footballer ever, and expectations soared. But fast forward to the end of the 2024-25 season, and the story has soured. Grealish ended the Premier League campaign with just 2 goal contributions, a far cry from the creative Dynamo City hoped for. He was even left out of the squad entirely for the final league match against Fulham, sparking rampant speculation about his future. Guardiola publicly dismissed suggestions of a rift, insisting Grealish's exclusion wasn't personal, but in private, the writing seems to be on the wall. The manager is already laying the groundwork for a squad refresh, with a flurry of new attackers being scouted, evaluated, and lined up. And at the top of that list is one name: Morgan Gibbs-White, the rise of Gibbs-White. From relegation fears to European dreams, Gibbs-White's journey has been nothing short of astonishing. Once seen as an erratic talent-lacking final product, the 25-year-old has matured into a complete attacking midfielder, confident, decisive, and devastating in the final third. This season, he posted 7 goals and 10 assists for Nottingham Forest, guiding the club to a surprising Europa Conference League qualification. Forest, initially tipped for relegation, turned into one of the league's most feared counter-attacking units. And at the heart of it all was Gibbs-White, driving, dictating, dazzling. It's no wonder Pep Guardiola is enamored. In one press conference, Pep described him as exceptional, a rare term of endearment from a man who chooses his words like he chooses his tactics, with surgical precision. But landing Gibbs-White won't come cheap. The £100 million price tag and City's master plan Forest value their star midfielder at £100 million, a price that reflects his impact and potential. Yet, City believe they can maneuver a smarter route. Enter Matheus Nunes, the 26-year-old Portuguese midfielder who arrived last summer with high hopes but has yet to convince. Once described as a box-to-box dynamo with limitless energy, Nunes has struggled to find his place in City's intricate system. Guardiola has even gone so far as to question his football intelligence, stating, "He can become a good right-back for the physicality. I think he's not a player to play in the middle because he's not clever enough. In composure, brutal, honest, and revealing." City are now prepared to offload Nunes for £35 million, but believe including him in a swap deal for Gibbs-White could benefit all parties. Not only would Forest gain a technically gifted midfielder, highly rated by their manager Nuno Espirito Santo, but City would effectively slash the cash cost of the deal by a third. It's a chess move worthy of Guardiola's genius. Tactical vision: how Gibbs White fits into Guardiola's system. At City, Gibbs White could flourish in a role similar to that of Bernardo Silva or Kevin De Bruyne, fluid, fearless, and forward-thinking. His technical flair, combined with improved tactical discipline, makes him ideal for the inside right channel, where Pep loves to orchestrate his most complex attacks. Moreover, Gibbs White's pressing intensity, work rate, and versatility allow him to function as both an attacking midfielder and a false nine. He offers more defensive contribution than Grealish, and more creative thrust than Núñez. In short, he's a Guardiola prototype, crafted not by La Masia, but hardened in the chaos of English football. With Silva aging and De Bruyne battling injuries, the future needs rewriting. And Pep sees Gibbs White as an author of the next chapter. Grealish exit inevitable. Where does this leave Grealish? Increasingly, on the outskirts. Whispers of Manchester United making a shock approach have been gaining traction. While the move would be controversial, it underscores a deeper truth. Grealish may no longer have a place in Guardiola's vision. Though still immensely talented, his inability to adapt fully to City's positional demands has frustrated Guardiola. Off the field, questions remain about focus and fitness. On the field, the numbers speak for themselves. The summer will decide everything. But unless something dramatic shifts, Grealish could be one of several big-name casualties in City's next evolution. What this means for City's 2025/26 ambitions. If the Gibbs-White swap deal goes through, Manchester City will gain not just a player, but a symbol, a statement of intent, a forward-thinking, domestic, tactically versatile midfielder entering his prime. He will join the next generation of citizens: Phil Foden, Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, young, hungry, and ready. Together, they can lead City into a post-De Bruyne era with renewed ambition and fire. Moreover, the departure of Núñez and possibly Grealish will open up space, simplify the squad, and create harmony. City's squad, often criticized for being bloated, could become sharper, leaner, and more lethal. Final thoughts: a deal too smart to fail? In the world of football transfers, some deals are flashy, others are clever. The proposed Gibbs-White-Núñez swap has the potential to be both. It satisfies financial prudence, tactical necessity, and emotional symbolism. For Nottingham Forest, it brings a technically elite midfielder in Núñez, backed by a manager who knows how to unlock Portuguese talent. For Gibbs White, it offers a golden ticket to the Champions League and a chance to work under the greatest manager of his generation. And for Manchester City, it signals the continuation of their relentless evolution, a club never satisfied with yesterday's glory, always planning for tomorrow's supremacy. If all the pieces fall into place, this could be the defining move of the summer. Not just a transfer, but a transformation.